Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for August 30th. August 30th is the 242nd day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 243rd in leap years, with 123 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is muslin. Now, if you're a quilter, you know full well exactly what muslin is. But for today's purpose and the rest of the world, muslin is a noun that refers to a plain woven cotton fabric made in various degrees of fineness. This word comes to us from French, Italian before that, and ultimately from Mosul, Iraq, which was known for its fabric. How about that? Earliest documented use of the word muslin is in 1609. Incidentally, earlier sheer muslin was used for women's dresses. Now, though, muslin is used for such things as curtains, sheets, tablecloths, and quilt backing. Muslin. If you have a word you'd like to see us explore in this Word of the Day section, drop it in the comments. We'll take a look at it. And with that, the siege of Jerusalem began in April in the year 70 as Romans sought to capture Jerusalem. The Zealots had enjoyed some initial success, but Romans certainly had better military discipline and training than the Zealots. So when the Zealots took to fighting amongst themselves, they made some seriously misguided decisions that only made things worse for them. Things got really ugly, and ultimately the Romans prevailed, so that on August 30 in the year 70 AD, Titus ended the siege of Jerusalem after destroying Herod's temple there. This is the birthday of baseball great Ted Williams, born August 30th, 1918. He had some great nicknames, such as Teddy Ballgame, the Splendid Splinter. He's considered one of the greatest hitters in baseball history. He did all of his playing for the Boston Red Sox between 1939 and 1960, minus about 4 years in the 1940s when he served in the military during World War II. He played for the Red Sox and then later on managed for the Washington Senators and then the Texas Rangers from 1969 to 1972. Ted Williams was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1966 on the first ballot of his eligibility, with 93.4% vote, a remarkable thing to get elected on the first ballot and with such a high vote. Ted Williams lived to the age of 83. This is the birthday of American businessman and philanthropist, the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett. He was born August 30th, 1930. Mr. Buffett is known for being a common sense buy and hold investor, a tactic which has served him very well. He took an early interest in business and investing, and when he was a mere child at the age of 10, he took a trip to New York City and made a point of visiting the New York Stock Exchange. 10 years old. Very interesting character, Warren Buffett. This is the birthday of an artist named Robert Crumb, born August 30th, 1943. Best known for Zap Comics, Keep On Truckin', Fritz the Cat, Mr. Natural, Weirdo, and a few other things. He certainly has a distinctive artistic style, and I'm glad to see that he's still alive. On August 30th, 1963, the Moscow-Washington Hotline went into operation. This concept has been depicted as a red telephone that if you picked it up at one end, it would ring at the other end. I remember that iconography growing up, so I was actually a little surprised when I learned that the hotline was never a telephone line. No red phones were involved. It wasn't even from one man's desk to another man's desk. Instead, it was teletype equipment from the Pentagon to the Communist Party leadership across the square from the Kremlin. In 1986, teletype machines gave way to fax machines, and now they use some kind of secure email connection. Good to know. Thurgood Marshall was confirmed as the first African American justice of the Supreme Court in the United States on August 30th, 1967. The Space Shuttle Discovery took off on her maiden voyage on August 30th, 1984. Today's song is Sailing by Christopher Cross, number 1 on August 30th, 1980. This soft rock song was released in June of 1980. VH1, from back in the days when they actually played music videos, named Sailing the most soft-sational soft rock song of all time. I would have to agree. The inspiration for this song was the influence of an older high school friend who used to take him sailing. They lost touch after high school but were reunited in 1995, 28 years later. Sailing by Christopher Cross. Number 1, August 30, 1980. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that is called No Really. And you can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Oh, get your microphone. Okay. Phone over there. Hello. Okay. With 202 days remaining to the end of the world. End of the year. Please, not the end of the world. 202 days remaining to the end of the year. Let's read that one again. Maybe I should ask Google how to pronounce that.
How do you go about pronouncing his name? Paulo Coelho.
Coelho.
Paulo Coelho. Pretty straightforward once you know. Paulo Coelho.
Google is so smart. Yep, it is. That's what it's called. All right. Attracting. Just read the whole thing over. You know what? Maybe we can leave that one off. Don't alienate people who can be helpful to you. Flinging happiness all over the place. I don't know. Can I get this edited? Let's find out. Alrighty. Back to work. I think we got it this time.